So once you have the actual shell of your lesson made and you have a plan for what you're going to include in it, you can start to build it in Moodle. To do that, you need to make sure you're still in your editing mode on Moodle. So it looks like this, and then you'll click on your lesson to get into adding the pages to it. So it asks you a question, what would you like to do first? So you can add a content page where you're going to share some information with students, or you can add a question page. I'm going to start with adding a content page. So it looks like this. You give your page a title. I'm going to call mine Introduction because it's going to be the first page that students will see in my module. I add whatever content I want. So for this purposes, I'm just going to tell us what it is. This might be a place where you might want to add learning outcomes. Or whatever other content you want to share to start. Where it says content one, this is a little confusing. So where it writes description, you're going to write how you want them to move through this. So if once they're finished with this page, I want them to click a button at the bottom that allows them to go to the next page, I am going to click next and change this to next page. And you'll see in a second what that looks like. So I'm done making my page. I'm going to save it. Here it is still in editing mode. I have my introduction page, it's a content, and it's going to tell you where it jumps to. So if I just want to preview this, it looks something like this. I didn't write a lot, so it's not that exciting, but you'll see here that this next button will let them move to the next page. And ordinarily, if you were a student, you would see a progress bar here at the bottom. It's also really helpful to know that if you want to see what this page looks like at any point from the student perspective, you can go up into the right-hand top corner by your name, click the down arrow, and switch your role. So right now, you're all teachers in this course, but you can change it to student role just so you can get an example of what this looks like. So this is what the page looks like from the student perspective. I'm going to return to my normal role now. So now that I'm back in my normal role, which is as a teacher, I can go ahead and edit things. I'm going to show you how to add a few other things to a content page. So I'm back in editing. This is that page I made before. Over on the right-hand side, there's this action section where I have a menu, and if I click on that, I get the same options I have before to add to my lesson. So I'm going to go ahead and add another content page. So here's my new content page. I'm just going to give it a name. So just like you could add different things to your LibGuide, you can do the same thing in a lesson. So you have sort of the same options. You could hyperlink things here. You could add pictures. You could add videos, screen recordings. You can actually record a video and add it right in here, or add some other files as well. I'm going to show you how to add a video first, though. So I would click on this add audio or visual file. If I have something in Stream or in YouTube or somewhere online that I have a video, I can just add a URL and insert the media. If I have it saved on my computer, I can go to Browse Repositories and go to Upload a File, and then just choose a file that I might already have prepared a video of some sort. I'm going to insert it as here, upload the file, and then insert the video. The same as I did before, I'm going to go down to where it says add content on, and this I'll do add a back button so that they can go back and forth in the module if they'd like to. Since I now have a second page, I'm also going to add a next button, which will let them go forward so they can go both ways in it. And then I'm going to save this page. Let's take a look at it and preview it. So this is what the preview would look like. I have my title at the top, which I just called page 2, and then I've inserted my video here, and you can play around with the size of how big or small you want this. And then down at the bottom, you'll see that I have my next and my back buttons so that I can move forward in the lesson to the whatever next page I make, or back to the previous page as well. So you would add other sorts of media. So adding the picture is pretty much exactly the same as adding a video or a screen recording is the same. So it's pretty straightforward.